Vin Diesel's long-awaited Xander Cage 4 gets a disappointing update from a star of the franchise. The first XXX was an over-the-top hit in 2002, with Diesel at the center of the ridiculous Rob Cohen-directed action. That movie's $277 million worldwide gross guaranteed a sequel, but Diesel himself elected not to come back for XXX, State of the Union, which instead starred Ice Cube. After torpedoing the second XXX movie by bailing out, box office sagged to $71 million without him. Diesel made amends with his 2017 Xander Cage return, which grossed $346 million, spurring hopes of XXX4. It's now been over 7 years since XXX, Return of Xander Cage graced movie screens, and it's looking like there may never be a follow-up, as franchise star Ruby Rose just shared a disappointing status update on the would-be action sequel, in an exclusive interview with Screen Rant. Speaking ahead of the release of her new movie Dirty Angels, which hits theaters on December 13, 2024, Rose admitted she has nothing new to report on XXX4. What this means for Xander Cage 4. Diesel has expressed interest in returning. Diesel himself fueled Xander Cage 4 hopes when, back in 2023, he posted a photo of himself and XXX3 co-star Deepika Padukone, along with a wistful message, "Spirit lead me, Deepika Padukone was one of my favorite people to work with. She brought me to India and I loved it, looking forward to my return." The caption seemed like a teaser ahead of a big announcement, but it appears Diesel was merely expressing a personal hope, as no sequel news has been reported since. As Diesel's co-star Rose said in her new remarks, the star has a lot on his plate with the Fast and Furious franchise. Diesel also still means to revisit his Riddick saga, with the upcoming sci-fi sequel Riddick, Furia. Amid all that activity, Xander Cage seems to have been backburnered for the time being. For her part, Rose seems game to return to the over-the-top XXX franchise, even as she promotes her more serious action movie Dirty Angels. Our take on Rose's disappointing Xander Cage 4 update. The XXX franchise may be finished. Ruby Rose peers through a sniper scope in a scene from XXX, the return of Xander Cage image via Paramount. Diesel's Xander Cage could still bring audiences to the theater in 2017, but it's now been nearly a decade since the last installment in the Off and On series, and the franchise's time may have passed. That there's been no steam at all about Xander Cage 4 seemingly indicates a lack of interest on the part of all involved, notwithstanding Diesel's random 2023 Instagram post. Diesel won't be hurting for work as long as the Fast and Furious series remains an international draw. But if that franchise's fortune should ever take a dip, Diesel can always fall back on Xander Cage 4 as an alternative project. Diesel has never prioritized XXX, as his 15-year absence from the series made plain, but he has not, as yet, slammed shut the door on Xander Cage and his adrenaline-fueled exploits.